Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zielinski, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. It's Friday, folks, and I'm really grateful for the Friday. The weekend is looking glorious in my end of the world here. We've got some nice weather coming in. What Spirit said today. I was having a lovely chat with Spirit. Good morning, Hannah, coming in. Good morning. It's good to see you coming in. I had an interesting conversation with Spirit this morning, and I thought I would come on and share with what Spirit said. In some ways, I was not really surprised, being that we are coming into a full moon, September 9th. Full moon, the harvest moon, a very exciting time. Spirit talked to me a lot this morning about letting go, about the processes and the experiences and the lessons that we learn, about letting go, and how important that really is, not just for us energetically, but physically as well. When we hold on to things, it affects us in many different ways. And I've had many chats with Spirit about processes of letting go, and how our heart and our brain remember our experiences. And I know I've talked about this before in a few videos about the process of letting go, but the process of surrender, the process of allowing ourselves either the forgiveness for ourselves or forgiveness for other people. We do trip and fall, and it's about getting up, and it's not about holding on to the experience in a negative way. All of our experiences do affect us, the good and the bad, right? Our experiences affect us. It's part of our experience here in the physical world. I am a big releaser. I do a lot of letting go all the time. I don't necessarily always wait for the full moon, but we are coming into a full moon. Now, what's really interesting about this full moon is it is a 9. We are September 9th, right? So 9th month, 9th day of a full moon. Number 9, and it has a lot of powerful meanings. Number 9 signifies a lot of new beginnings and a great time to manifest. What really helps with manifesting is to be able to set a lot of intentions. And your intention can be to manifest, letting go, some healing. You can ask for healing and try and manifest that into your world as well. Manifesting is such a simple process that takes just a little bit of a commitment from you to be able to ask, believe that it's coming, and allowing it to come in. Manifesting 101, I just saved you a 2-hour workshop. It's about allowing it to come in. And I think that sometimes we struggle with manifesting because there's a few things. Spirit said to me this morning, please know how worthy you are, meaning all of us, because when I do channel, it's collectively. Please know how worthy you are of great things, whether it be a new beginning, whether it be something that you need, a job, a relationship, abundance, whatever it is that you need. You've got to kind of feel your own worthiness in all this as well. You're also worthy of healing. The worthiness piece is such a big part of the essence of who we are. We've got to be able to feel that. We've got to be able to feel that worthiness. We've got to be able to allow that in. We tend to hold things. This is what Spirit said. Spirit said, we love you so much down here in the physical world, but you hold everything back. You hold everything back. Be a little bit more open to allowing things in. We kind of hold. We hold people. We hold energy. We hold our emotions. We hold our manifestations, whatever. We hold so much back. So being able to kind of vibrationally or energetically allow things in. How do you do that? How do you do that? You open here and you open here, and you put down this whole need to know or the insistent, and kind of go with the flow with allowing yourself processes, allowing was so huge this morning with Spirit. It was like yelling in my head. Allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to have feelings. Allow yourself those processes. Allow yourself to be worthy. I'm going to read the 9, because I think it is important today being the 9th month, 9th day. I am going to read the angelic meaning as well to you guys, because I think it's all really important, because every single one of you are also light workers. Don't ever forget that. You may not work in the profession, but you are light workers. You are light workers, whether you practice it or not. We are all connected to source energy, and you all have love in your heart that you share. I can feel that so strongly. You all have love in your heart. Okay, so the number 9, get to work, light workers. The number 9 means that you've completed all the prerequisites. You're already qualified to put out that energy. You're already there. Okay. So you're already you're ready to complete, and you're ready to achieve your life purposes. It's time to stop procrastinating, as it's time to start taking action steps. Even baby steps are helpful. Angel Numbers 101. I sat with that for a little bit, and I thought, yeah, we are collectively light workers. You are equipped to take steps. You are equipped to do some healing work. That love is all within you. And today is a great day. It's a new day. It's a beautiful full moon. It's a great time to kind of tap into that energy. I'll give you a few tips for tonight. I talked a little bit about this in a previous live video about the full moon. But tonight's a good night to just write out some intentions and put it out there to the universe. It's a great night to do that. It's also a great opportunity to release, to write what you want to release, take it outside, give it a good old burn, or just simply allow it to leave you. However, and I stand in this really firmly, every day and every night is a good day and night to do it. The full moon, many of us connect to it. It gives us something to focus on. It gives us a place to ask. But every day and every night is a good opportunity to take a step and allow yourself that space. Allow yourself to bring things in. Allow yourself to have things go. It's kind of like, just kind of visualizing things blowing off of you, things being able to come, things being able to go. I think, and this is how I felt when I was channeling, I felt really stiff, and Spirit said, that's the holding back process that we're talking about. Don't be afraid to just kind of allow things to be what they need to be. Allow things to come as they need to come. And sometimes that's people, and sometimes that's opportunities, and sometimes we just need to kind of become more go with the flow with it. I'm going to stay on for a few extra minutes to see if anybody has any questions for me about what I talked about. I'm happy to elaborate a little bit more. I got a little bit extra time in my schedule. I think I manifested that because I was really looking forward to coming on today and spending more than 3 or 4 minutes. So let's take a look. If you have any questions for me, now is a glorious time to ask. So let's see. Look at all you guys coming in with your morning cheer. Good stuff. Love this content. Did this resonate to you? I'm really curious as to how many of you are liking the what Spirit said. If you're enjoying these conversations, now's a good time to post a question to me about allowing or anything that you kind of want to know. All right, no questions. There we go. Resonates so much. Thanks so much, Hannah. It's good to know. I just want all of you who are here this morning to just really feel this for a moment. This is your YouTube channel. This is yours. I'm here to kind of help and support, and I'm open to anything that you would like me to talk more about or ask Spirit about. I'm open to all kinds of topics. I'm open to your suggestions. I really feel very pulled that we all resonate together. So if there's things that you want me to do on the lives or in videos, simply email me or comment on any one of my videos. I try really hard to check them as often as I can to get in to answer some questions. Okay, we have a question. I've had a terrible few days while simultaneously trying to achieve something, like I'm being held back. Okay, I'm really grateful for your question. Okay, I think that's a great question. I'm really grateful that you asked me that. Sometimes when we're trying to achieve something, when there's resistance, when we have resistance, it's a good time to just take a step back and allow. Because I'm going to ask you this question. When we're trying to achieve something, we're usually trying to achieve something for our highest good. That's usually how we go into something. I want this for my highest good. If divine timing is not quite off, if it's not for your highest good, or if there's still more steps for you, I feel there's still more steps in what you're trying to achieve. And I need to get you to come back into what I said just a few minutes ago about allowing. So you've asked, keep working and allowing. Sometimes what we're trying to achieve, and I've learned this quite a few times, darling. Sometimes what we're trying to achieve, we're going to achieve it, but there may be a different route. Sometimes we have to take a detour in order to get that. And I've learned that in many of my own situations, especially with growing with spirituality and my mediumship and my business. There were things that I wanted, and I was like running straight forward. And there were times that I felt that there was like a gate across my chest holding me back. And I couldn't push through that gate. It was almost like it just wouldn't open. So I took a step back and I allowed the process, and I simply talked to my guides. What's the path of least resistance? How do I need to get there? And I just allowed that to come in, and I observed a different route to get there. And you know what? I got there by taking the detour route. The route that I thought I needed to go just was not quite the direction that I needed to get. Work on allowing. That will be my suggestion for you. Just simply allowing, but also ask. Start asking. We need to ask spirit more. Ask your guides. You don't need to know a name. Just simply start asking them. This is what I would like. Can you show me the way? Be open to allowing. I hope that answered your question. Okay. Anybody else have any questions for me? I'm happy to answer. I love the daily dose of Lana and Spirit. Thanks so much. You're very welcome. I'm glad you are liking these lives. And this is one thing that to tap into what we just talked about with your question with allowing. Spirits suggested that I do some lives. I kind of went, I don't know if that'll go well. And then it kept coming up. My admin said, why don't you try some lives? Haley was suggesting it. And I thought, okay, there's the allowing part. I'm going to come on and allow the lies. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, that's okay too. I'm going to allow it. You see how I mean by allowing? I think part of the reason why we fear allowing is we don't want failure. We're afraid to fail, right? We're afraid, what if it doesn't go well? It's taking away all that fear. When we just allow it, I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to keep trying. I'm going to keep taking those steps. That's kind of when the magic happens, when it needs to happen. I hope that makes sense to you. Something about my guides says, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Romeo. Something about my guides. Do I have spirit animals? As I'm kind of talking here and kind of reading your message, I really feel a little baby fox that has recently come to you. And this baby fox is really trying to lead you down into more of the vibration of play, like that playful fox, being curious like a fox. That fox is trying to really encourage you to be more curious in a playful manner, kind of looking at life in a playful way. I also feel there's something about the last 2 months with this fox coming in. So either the last 2 months for you has been a bit of either serious or not enough play or not enough curiosity. I just feel like this fox is brand new, which is really interesting when they step in. Spirit guides and spirit animals do just step in, but I feel like this fox is really kind of encouraging you into that curiosity of playful. I don't have a question. I just want to let you know that this message really helped me today. Oh, Hard Freckles, you're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that. Is it rain? I'm en route that I'm not sure. I want to continue, but I'm not sure where to go with this feeling. Any specific messages for that? I'm on a route and I'm not sure I want to continue. Okay. This is a really good question. So when we have these feelings of uncertainty, I'm not sure. What I want you to do is I want you to sit with that for a moment. Where is it coming from? Okay. So I always suggest to people, sit with it. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from here? Is it coming from your intuition? So if you're not sure if you want to continue, I want you to lean into why. Good feels good, bad feels bad. Intuition 101. I just saved you another workshop. Intuition 101. Lean into it a little bit. It doesn't feel like it's for me, or I'm fearful that it might not work out. Where are you feeling that? Where we feel things is so important, because sometimes we feel things and it's coming from a fear-based thought or a fear-based vibration. And sometimes we're feeling it because our intuition is saying, nope, that's not for you. So what I would suggest for you is I would suggest you give yourself some time to feel into it. The other thing is I want you to do a few of the little tips that I talked about. Asking and manifesting. Big time important. Big time important. Feel into that and see, and this goes for everybody. When you have a question or an uncertainty, where is it coming from? And and people always say, well, Anna, how do I know? Intuition feels different than your thoughts. It's just a deep knowing, this isn't for me. It's time for change. Hope that makes sense. Hannah, I'm having flashback dreams like they're reality. It keeps tripping me out of, I wanted to know if there is an explanation. I'm having flashback dreams like they are reality. Okay, Hannah, I'm going to lean into this with, I need you to tap into, there's something there vibrationally for me that I feel you need to let go. I feel like there's an underlying fear or something underlying that you haven't quite shone enough light on, enough healing on. Hannah, I would like you to, if it resonates with you, if it doesn't resonate with you, make it your own. Okay, just make it your own. Take some of what I suggest and then make the rest your own. I really suggest you try and tap into the whole letting go and allowing that healing energy in. Just try to let something go. Sometimes we're holding on to thoughts, experiences, and they can be really deep. And when they want to bubble out, so, let's just say I'm holding on to a previous experience or a previous trauma, and I've pushed it down for years and I've pushed it down. What happens is sometimes as we grow spiritually, and Hannah, I feel that you've done some spiritual growth. I do feel like you've been growing on this path spiritually. When we kind of start growing spiritually, it's almost like we pop a wine cork, right? Pop goes a wine cork or a champagne bottle. And what happens when we pop a champagne bottle is we get these little bubbles that start to rise to the top, right? So, and as our past experience start to rise to the top, it's like, okay, let me out. I want to heal. Let me out. I want to be released. It's time to let that go. When we're not so much paying attention to that, sometimes we get dreams that give us hints that there's something that needs to bubble out of our wine bottle, to come out and just simply let go and be healed, just to be released. I think sometimes we put a lot of focus on the whole process of healing. Sometimes it's just a matter of giving something permission to be let go. It can be that simple with healing. Healing work sometimes is literally that simple, you all. It just has to be permission to let go. I don't need to carry that anymore. All right. I hope that you found that helpful, Hannah. Okay, Joy, is it that when you are half asleep that you're often more open? I have lately been awoke with messages for people. Oh, Joy, this is a really good question. So what happens, Joy? You are 100% right. We become more open. The reason you become more open is for many people, our minds are really busy during the day. When I channel spirit, I'm able to shut this completely off and hear the spirit dimensions crystal clear. I've had a lot of practice, but that's how it works. Okay. When you're half asleep or when you are asleep, the brain quiets itself down enough to be able to receive a transmission from spirit. So in a way, Joy, you are in like a meditative state or similar to a trance state. When I channel spirit, when I connect, it's similar to like a trance state. Even though I'm aware, my mind is very quiet and very still. So that's why you're receiving those messages. It's because you're quiet enough. All right, let's do another question or two. Hannah, I have been trying to grow. Yeah, I felt that, Hannah. I felt you were really trying to grow. Taylor, I've been hearing a ringing in my ear. I've been noticing it when I look at the time is 9:11, and my right arm has been getting goosebumps. I also get a lot of dreams visits from my grams. Oh, dream visits are absolutely delicious. Okay, lots going on here in this, Taylor. A lot. The ringing in your ear. Quite often, this is a really good conversation this morning. Thanks so much, you guys. The ringing in your ear is quite often spirit activity or connection. They're trying to get your attention. Many of my mentoring students all have the ringing in their ear when they're learning how to connect to the spirit dimensions. The reason for that is the spirit dimensions are in a different vibrational frequency than our physical world. So it sounds very different. It has a buzzing feeling until your physical ears learn to work with your spiritual ears to be able to hear a little bit clearer. When I look at 9/11, so the 11, Taylor, like I read earlier, you're already equipped to work with the spirit dimensions. That is letting you know that you're already equipped. You just have to grow this connection now from here. 11 is a very powerful spiritual number. Seeing 11 is always positive. Stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly, so you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on the good within yourself, others, and in all situations. So focusing on positive, focusing on your thoughts, remembering where your thoughts are. They're very important. They create energy and they create your reality. Our thoughts are so powerful. This not a new concept. Wayne Dyer spoke of it for many, many years. Many, many spiritual leaders and teachers talk about how powerful our thoughts are. They're huge. So I'm not quite sure, Taylor, and there's something going on if you're not sure if you're good enough, worthy enough, if you want to accept this or not. But this is what that means to you. You're already equipped, and spirit is saying to you, we want to communicate. Are you open and are you ready? And we have choice and free will. We can say, you know what, it's great to have this much and I'm okay with this much. But I feel, Taylor, that you are asking for more. I really feel strongly that you're saying, I want more connections. I want more validation. I want more spirit signs. I want more dreams. I want to hear. I feel that quite strongly energetically. I hope that that helps. I feel something is trying to get my attention, but I'm scared for some reason. Okay, this is another good one from Taylor. Something's trying to get your attention and I'm scared. Okay, so I've talked about this before too. I do have a YouTube video up on the channel, but I will review this here because it's a really good question. For depending on our experiences, and for the most part, most of us, if not all of us, at some point in our journey, have had fear over the spirit dimensions. A little bit of programming from perhaps movies that we've watched, perhaps belief systems that we were raised in. Good morning, Dan. We are often programmed to have fear. We also have a natural fear of anything unknown. Right? When you think about it, we fear something that's unknown, even the little things. I don't know about this new job I'm taking. I'm fearful. It's unknown. I don't know about this new relationship. I'm fearful. It's unknown. We fear the unknown. Us humans, we want to know the answers ahead of time. We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. Working in the spirit dimensions, it's very simple. I surround myself with white light and white light only. White light only. That's the only place I'm willing to work in. And I'm very clear with that boundary. With that said, I have not, and I have been doing this for many, many years. I've been connecting with spirit my entire life. And I'll give you a hint on how old I am. It's 40 plus. So I have been working with spirit for quite some time. And I have never, ever experienced, this darkness or, this whole thing. I have experienced spirits who didn't have the great life when they were here, but they're in the light when I talk to them. I'm only willing to stand there, and I don't bring in any fear into that. So I think putting down the fears, what we're fear, no need to apologize, Dan. You can go back and watch it. What we fear is ours. It's not the spirit dimensions. I'm always really, really clear on that. And I also work only in the light, and I do protect myself. I do protect myself with crystals and smudging and beautiful, beautiful white light. That's kind of how I work. I hope I answered that question for you, Taylor. Oh my gosh, my phone auto-corrected. Oh, that's okay. That's okay with the autocorrect. It's not to worry at all. I say what Haley says and say I'm only open to light and love. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, here's the thing with that statement. I want to elaborate a little bit more on that statement. I'm only open to light and love. That's in the physical world too. That's, it's the physical world that we have to be really we have to really be only open to love and light from other people. I manifest that all the time. That's all I only want in my daily life is love and light. And I'll tell you, 99.999%, that's what comes back to me, because that's what I'm only open to receive. What are you open to receive? Right? What are you open to let go? Those are just really simple Spirit 101 tips that I can give you. What are you open to receive? Have a wee think about that. Yeah. And the other thing is what you put out energetically as well, because we do kind of put out things energetically as well. So sometimes if we are only putting out negative thoughts or negative intentions, that's kind of what comes back, right? That's kind of it's like a boomerang effect. What you put out comes back. It's not a new concept. We all know it. It's now a matter of trying to practice it a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more every day. The other thing that really helps is talking about your fears. Talk like, why am I fearful of this? What's the root of the fearfulness? Right? What's the root? Is it an old experience? Is it an old belief system? What's not serving me? Is it somebody else's fear? This is the thing too. If you've ever sat with somebody who is discussing a fearful topic, how much fear, how much fear, how much fear. I'll just use a real simple one because it's popular. The world's a bad place. We're sinking ship. The world's a bad place. You take on that fear, don't you? Because you kind of adapt. You kind of adapt into that thought process. I always, pause for a moment and ask myself, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Mine or not mine? Where is this coming from? Right? This has been a wonderful chit chat this morning. I'm really grateful that you joined me. Went on a few extra minutes than what I was planning, but I love it so much. It's the allowing, you see. I came on to talk about one thing, and I just allowed us to go where we needed to go. I am wishing you all a wonderful weekend. I am going to try and pop on again over the weekend, depending on how my schedule goes. But it was great to have you all join me here this morning. As always, love, light, blessings, and a spirit-guided day.